Have you ever stood in a quiet forest or by the vast rolling sea and wondered what our world will look like in 100 years? It is a question that weighs heavily on the hearts of many. We look at the wonders of our planet, the intricate dance of life in all its forms, from the smallest insect to the largest whale, and we feel a profound connection. This connection is not just one of admiration. It is a deep-seated responsibility. For too long, we have taken its generosity for granted. The smoke from our factories has filled the air, changing the delicate balance of our atmosphere. We see more powerful storms, longer droughts, and rising sea levels that threaten coastal communities and habitats. The vast, colorful coral reefs, which are like the bustling cities of the sea, are turning white and silent. Our plastic waste has found its way into the deepest parts of the ocean. All around the world, brilliant minds are dedicating their lives to finding solutions. They are building the future themselves, in laboratories, workshops, and in the field. Scientists are looking at how a leaf captures sunlight, how a fungus cleans the soil, or how a coral reef builds its structure. By the year 2050, some scientists predict there could be more plastic in the ocean than fish by weight. This is a legacy we cannot be proud of. But what if we could build machines that act like giant filters? This is the mission of projects like the Ocean Cleanup. The ocean currents flow underneath the screen, allowing marine life to pass by unharmed, while plastic is trapped at the surface. Periodically, a vessel comes to empty the concentrated plastic, which is then brought back to shore to be recycled into new products. The impact could be truly transformative. A single mature leafy tree can produce enough oxygen in a season to support 10 people for an entire year. But we're cutting them down far faster than we can replant them. Enter the concept of the liquid tree or photobioreactor. It's essentially a tank filled with microscopic algae. The microalgae absorb CO2 from the air and convert it into oxygen and biomass using sunlight. One photobioreactor can remove the same amount of CO2 as two 10-year-old trees. They serve as benches and charging stations, integrating seamlessly into city life. The biomass can be harvested as natural fertilizer, completing a sustainable process. What if our air conditioners could also pull fresh drinking water out of thin air? This sounds like magic, but it's the science behind atmospheric water generation. The air around us is full of water vapor. When you cool air, it releases its moisture. It's the same reason you see dew on grass or condensation on a cold glass. Modern AWGs use metal organic frameworks, super sponges with enormous internal surface area. A single gram of MOF can have the surface area of a football pitch. With just solar energy, the material releases captured water as pure drinking water. Projects like Source Global are deploying hydro panels from remote villages in Kenya to arid regions in Arizona. In disasters, portable units could provide clean water to affected populations. Here's a truly bold idea. What if we could take CO2 pollution warming our planet and turn it back into solid rock, locking it away safely for thousands of years? For eons, Earth has been turning CO2 into rocks like limestone. Now companies are harnessing this process. The technology captures CO2 directly from air or industrial sources like power plants. This gas is mixed with water and pumped into basalt rock formations underground. The CO2 crystallizes and forms stable carbonate minerals, becoming part of the rock. The process can achieve mineralization in under 2 years. The Orca plant in Iceland uses giant fans to capture CO2 from air. This CO2 is injected into basaltic formations beneath Iceland, permanently transformed into stone. The energy from the sun reaching Earth in 1 hour exceeds what the world consumes in a year. For most of history, we've struggled to efficiently capture this endless gift. That's changing with next-generation solar technologies, particularly perovskite solar cells. Perovskites have a crystal structure exceptionally good at absorbing sunlight. They can be made into thin, flexible solar ink printed on almost any surface. We could have solar-powered windows, car bodies, backpacks, and even clothing. Layered on silicon, they create tandem cells breaking efficiency records. Imagine entire buildings wrapped in solar-generating skin, or deserts covered with lightweight solar films generating colossal clean energy, powering homes, vehicles, desalination, and hydrogen production without carbon emissions. We've journeyed through incredible innovation, from ocean cleaners to solar revolution. It's easy to feel renewed optimism that humanity is rising to meet the challenge. These technologies are building blocks of a cleaner, healthier future for all life. The problems we face are not insurmountable. For every challenge, solutions await. The future is not predetermined catastrophe, but wide-open possibility, waiting for us to shape it with ingenuity, compassion, and will to act. Every one of us has a role to play in this story. Which of these earth-saving technologies excites you most? Ocean cleaners, liquid trees, water generators, carbon converters, or solar power? Let them remind you we have power to build a wonderful future where humanity and nature thrive in harmony.